Hi everybody, this is your girl Naomi Greenlee, and welcome to the channel where it's wisdom and encouragement all the time. You're now entered into the community of people who want to share wisdom and encourage. So we want to uplift each other and encourage. You know, this world is so crazy already. What do we need? Some positivity, some uplifting, some wisdom, some how to get through this thing, right? So today we're going to be doing both wisdom and encouragement. And we're going to be talking about how to be happy in these crazy times, okay? All right, stay tuned. Well, welcome to my channel. This is Naomi Greenlee. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching the channel. This is Wisdom and Encouragement with Naomi, where the only thing I do is give you wisdom on different things in life and also encourage you through this life as best I can. So I do hope you enjoy, and feel free to comment or have anything you want to say down there. It's open to you to make a comment and share wisdom and encouragement as well. So today we're actually going to combine it together. We're going to be sharing wisdom and encouragement at the same time. Let's get started. Life is such a happy place when you learn how to navigate through the vicissitudes of life and consistently make good decisions. So when you learn how to work through the issues that come up in life, then you're going to learn how you can actually be happy. You see, I think about what Chuck Swindoll said. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. So when you see someone walking around unhappy all the time, they haven't figured out how to work through these vicissitudes in life. They haven't figured out how to walk through the different trials that we're going to come up with. Hey, that's a part of life. You know, you're going to run into these things in this thing called life. We just got to know how to work it, right? In order to keep, to remain in a happy place. You know, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who, they said statistics show that suicide rate actually went up during the pandemic and after. So we want to combat that. And I think it's enough negativity and things going on in this world that I don't need to really talk about that, but I need to share things that will uplift you and encourage you, and also show you a little wisdom on how to get through this. So do you want to know how your tomorrow is going to look? It's those decisions that you're making today. When things are really hard right now, how are you working through those things? The way that I work through them to keep myself in a happy place, of course, I have my moments. Everybody does. So don't let moments become your whole day and your whole week and your life, all right? And that's how people get to the end of things and they just said, I can't take it anymore. I can't do it anymore, because they haven't learned how to work through this thing. And I know there are some really heavy duty, hard things that life can throw at you. I've been through some things. Trust me, I don't look like what I've been through. I've just learned how to get through these things. And I will have to be totally honest with you. If it wasn't for Christ in my life, honestly, I don't know if I could make it either. I mean, really, I don't understand how people do so well without having Christ, because I use the Bible a lot and it really helps me. I'm telling you, try it. You'll like it. It's so much in there that'll help you through things. You know, there is even a place in the Bible where he says that many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord does what? He delivers them out of them all. So no matter what you're going through, guess what? It's called going through, not going in and staying in and setting up a home and abode and abiding right there forever. But you go through these things. And why do you go through them? Because you're going to be able to help someone else go through, because everybody's going to go through something. Not belittling or demeaning anything that you're going through, because I know how heavy life can get. I know how tumultuous life can get, and how the changes and the issues, the ups and the downs and all that can go on in life. but how are you handling? How do you react to it? Because honestly, it is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. But see, sometimes it takes a lot of work to get through those things. You got to change your thought process about things. When you see things going kind of crazy, you don't have to think about them a certain way. You can calm that thought down, rein it in, and don't let it go haywire all over the place. You know, they say you can't stop a bird from getting your head, but you can stop him from making a nest right there, right? If he fly over and stop there, you couldn't stop him from doing that, but you can stop him from sitting there making a nest. So that thought, maybe you can't stop that thought from coming in that's going to destroy your day, but you can definitely stop it from taking a nest and a boat and taking a rental space in your head. So now you just have to learn how to cast those things down and get rid of those thoughts. And how do you get rid of those thoughts? You have to replace that thought with another thought. There's one thing I learned in life. You can't think about two things at the same time. So while you're sitting there belaboring over this thought that's making you feel worse and worse every time you think about it, don't you want to think about something else? You know, it's not making the issue go away because you're thinking about something else, but you got to deal with you first so you can deal with the issue. First, get yourself in a good place. And that's how I get myself in a good place. If it's a thought that is just making me sad every time I think about it, either I'm going to have to think about that thing another way, or I'm going to have to think about something else. Because what I'm trying to do is protect myself, protect my mind, protect my heart. So you have to protect yourself. And there are things, and there are sometimes, you know what? Like David said, you have to encourage yourself sometimes. And that's how you make it through. Affirmations are honestly really good because that's you telling yourself the great things about yourself that maybe someone else won't say, but it's truly there. So learn how to say affirmations in those times when things seems really hard and maybe people are coming down hard on you. Don't you come down hard on you as well. Or maybe it's a situation with a relationship that you're going through. Well, now you have to deal with you and fix you. Don't worry about that person. Fix you so now the right person can come in your life that won't bring that horrible feeling on you. All right? So that's how you sometimes get through all of these trials and tribulations that we can go through this thing called life, because we're all going to go through them. And you don't have to look like what you're going through. If you know how to navigate through this thing called life, you can end up in a happy place all the time. Well, I'm not saying I got a Kool-Aid smile every second, but you know what? I am saying that I'm not going to let the cares of this world just wipe the smile off my face and make my countenance down all the time so I can look like somebody that nobody wants to be around. You know, when you have that great energy, you know, people want to be around you when you know how to exude that great energy that's truly on the inside, but you got to find that place inside. So again, life is such a happy place when you learn how to navigate through the vicissitudes and making great decisions, consistently making great decisions. How about that? Let's try that. Let's try changing that thought and thinking of something else, because you can't think about two things at one time. At least do that until you're able to deal with the situation in a better way. So it's 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react to it. That's all. Well, as I always say, you can do, you can be, and you can have all that God has planned for you. Have a good day.